Welcome back, everybody. Dren608 plays, playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, going down the legendary hero path. I'm still of two minds. I think I probably have posted like a 50-minute video, which is just me running around this place and gathering everything up so you can just see where it all is and what you can grab. And then I'm going to go out to Cavalier. What are the things there? I didn't grab all the dried up spring stuff. I'm not going to bother because they aren't worth anything. I don't think. Are they? See, they're worth $0, so there's no point. But we'll take this one and close the door. So if you want to go back in there, you'll have to come see me. Get one of my blue crystals.
Beautiful.
We're just going to head out the door. Because there's nothing. Oh, there's something here. I missed something. I must loot it. I missed something. What did I miss? I missed it. 7 whole gold pieces. Alright. Okay. Out we go.
Let's see what we can do.
That's the other thing I can do is I can take the mask down. I think that closes the portal. We'll see. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. So, oh, I can't take the masks off of them. Won't let me interact with them to take off the masks. Okay. Alright, well, I don't care. I'm just going up here as fast as we can. I'm gonna get out on the map. I'm gonna do a little bit of crusade management here and go back to my citadel and see what's going on, because I did rest a couple times. Man, I run fast on that horse. I would like to try to play this and Pathfinder Kingmaker with a group that I would call a place we call the zoo. Have every one of my companions and myself have 6 people with animal companions. Somehow, some way. Rangers and druids and Cavaliers, paladins and stuff. I think that might be just hilarious to play. It'd be unwieldy to say the least, with all those animal companions running around. But get like a couple people on horses. Oh, look at that, all the armies that moved. Okay, I will accept this. So where is... all sorts of terrible things have happened. Okay. Fort... something. There's a fort that's under siege, and I can't find it. There's a demon army there. He doesn't have very many... Can he get to there? No, he'll have to go there. Actually, I want to put all these guys together. And we'll go up here. Just get rid of those guys. Okay. Now I have a fort under siege. Where is it? I was going to go down here. but where's my fort that's under siege? This one. So she's got to come back here and take care of this siege on the fort. Can't have little red flags on the fort. Okay, so we've got that cleaned up. We can go back to army number 3. You need to go back to Dresden. Army number 4. You are there and must join an army. 5. Army number 6. Army number 7. Army number 8. You have Devon Cavaliers. So you're going to go grab these guys. Okay. What's going on in my king? Okay, so we have logistics, diplomatic, and chain of command. This we don't care. Last forces. It depends on the direction. Been recruited as commander's headquarters, army strength, and secret can be issued only once. Recruited at the commander's headquarters. Influenced by the number of losses suffered by the Crusaders during the campaign, the decree can be issued only once for 20,000. Okay. I think we will grab that right away. Because I think we're going to be... Aren't we done with military? We're done with military. Let's... Take 7 days to get this. Let's see what happens. Still have 41,000 points. Logistics. Where are we at on logistics? Oh, we're way behind on logistics. We need to get up 2 more things before we can start doing logistics things. This should rank me out on leadership and diplomacy. Okay. So if we go back to us, where are us? Us is here. I'm just going to teleport us back to Dresden, and we're going to do our cutscenes. Maybe have a little bit of discussion. This one's probably going to be fairly short, considering I spent a whole lot of time just running around the dungeon grabbing stuff. Going to enter. Let's go to the Citadel. Then I'll go out to the streets and sell things. Go to the Citadel, do our cutscenes here. Maybe. Taking its good time to load, isn't it? There we go. Maybe? Alright, this is the... Almost Longar, my lord, unfamiliar knight enters the hall. White-bearded old man clad in armor that's polished to a sheen and adorned with an image of Iomede's sword. Despite his age, his movements are confident and his eyes are sharp. The knight's voice trembles ever so slightly, not because of his years, because he has barely restrained temper. I come to report treason. Who are you? Sir Thomas Longar, paladin of the grace of Iomede, and your loyal servant. Until recently, I was Captain Hartman's adjunct, mostly involved in staff work. Alas, I am no longer of age to be fighting on the front lines. Shame that my chance to introduce myself to you has been made possible under such disgraceful circumstances. Where's the captain? Say he's already made it halfway to Nerelson. That's what I've come here to report, my lord. You are, of course, familiar with the wary. There are several schemers who have been stirring up trouble practically since the beginning of the crusade. Their politicians undermining our holy cause with their petty intrigues. How many times have you routed them? And after each time, they were back at it again. Sir Thomas shakes his fist and gets a hold of himself and continues more calmly. I beg your pardon, I meant to tell you something that you didn't already know about them. Something I sadly didn't know either until now. Leader of the wary this whole time, the one who incited their insubordination time and time again, it was none other than Captain Harmattan. Traitor, that block-headed fool. Since the very beginning he thought you were unworthy to lead the crusade. You thwarted each one of his preposterous intrigues, and now he is resolved to a mutiny. Captain went to Norrisland to bring back an army, our supposed reinforcements. The moment you let them into the city, he'll order them to seize you. Once that's done, he'll try to take command of the crusade in your place. The nerve, if foolish arrogance could be used as firewood, this army would never have to worry about keeping itself warm in the winter again. Okay, the queen's here. How's he going to do that with the queen here? The queen will just stomp him into the ground. know the traitors must face retribution, but what if treason was not yet overwhelmed them completely? Grant Captain a chance to gather his wits. Let's hold a memorial service in honor of the fallen crusaders. Once reinforcements arrive, we'll invite them to join us in paying our respects to our comrades. Remembrance of the fallen is always important, but it won't be much good to us right now. Our main concern must be coming up with a way to avoid bloodshed among crusaders. We could introduce a new holiday, let's say the Day of All Good Gods. We'll greet the army with a feast and make the new arrivals sit at one table with our veterans. Let them talk candidly, and they'll see that they're surrounded by brothers and sisters. When Captain gives his senseless order, no one will have the heart to obey. Turn the traitors' plan against him. Dresden will become a mousetrap. We'll let the traitors in, close the gates, block them inside a confined space. Then we can demand that they turn in their ringleader. We will execute him in plain view of the troops. Good old Regil. Good captain wants to play at intrigue. I'll show him how it's done. A couple of letters to the right people in Narasan, and he'll never leave the city. How did you learn of the treason? Remember the debacle the WotR had with our inane mutiny? It was when I first became suspicious. All of the traitors were close to the captain. A pity that I didn't report these suspicions on the spot. I didn't think it would befit an adjutant to inform on his own superior. That's what you're there for. Then I heard his speeches at the officer meeting, how he blamed you for suppressing the rightful disgruntled traitors. These words put me on high alert. Captain left for Nyrosian to oversee the arrangements regarding our new allies' support. I made my way to his quarters and searched them. The captain left in a great hurry. He didn't even check to see if the letters he'd thrown into the fireplace had burned properly. There were just some charred scraps left. But what they said was enough to figure out where he was going and what his plans were. What more could he possibly want? Believes that Her Majesty made a mistake by placing crusade in your hands. Once you're under arrest, he'll petition the Queen to grant him personal leadership over the army, and she'll stand there, watch him do it, and tell him to go to stuff his head. I would hope. My strategy is that I understand the captain to some extent. Despite all his intrigue, deep down, he's still a true knight. But just like any knight, he's fully devoted to his lady. Didn't you notice? From the very start, his loyalty was not to you, nor the crusade cause, but to Galfrey, to her, and to her alone. And she's standing right here. She set up for eyes. He desperately wanted to accompany her, but his queen gave him a different task. Harmattan had to wait for the Mendevian reinforcements in Dresden, form a secondary army, and only then could he move out in support of Galfrey. When you arrived and took command, I think it was a painful blow for him. Alright, choice effects. This gives us Feast of the Sacred. All generals gain 1 level is a Heavenly Ward feat, which is infirmary size increased by 25%. Okay. Repeatable to every 23 days. Regil. Military exercise. All generals gain 50,000 experience points. Repeatable every 10 days. All ranged units have 20% bonus damage against infantry units. All infantry units have 20% damage against cavalry units. All cavalry units have 20% damage against ranged units. I like the military exercise, repeatable every 10 days, but I'm running out of time. I don't really have time for that. This is Dark Bonds. All generals gain one of the Mighty Servant feat. Plus 1 power level of this feat. Okay. Sir Thomas. Great Commemoration. Random allied crusader armies recruited at the commander's army is repeatable every 30 days. So I get 1. I think that's the one that I did the last time. I got a decent sized army. Alright. Now we get to talk to the Kitsune. And I bring wonderful news. We are getting reports from all regions of Menden that the nationwide political crisis has been resolved. Menden rose up at your call. In a joint effort, they have solved the most pressing issues and reminded our dear allies of the potential ramifications of their dreams of occupying Meddev might have. Nods at you emphatically. I knew I was right to put my faith in you. You have my thanks. I believe it's fair to say that at this moment, Commander, your word carries the greatest weight in Mendev politics. You could use this influence to accomplish something monumental. For example, you could organize a total military movement across the kingdom. What would you do with your newfound power? Suffered heavy losses. Its estates have been desolated. Many noble bloodlines have been cut short. May go against our customs, but I am willing to pass a reform and offer any noble who swears to loyalty to and enlists in the crusade lands and a place in the Mendevian aristocracy. You remind me of the gods and they give us strength and wisdom to save the kingdom and let the people go to the temples, praise them, and make donations and pray in the dark times of many lands the temples call collectize, and I found a fresh idea. Why don't we turn this around and tax the temples? We'll call it the tax of the righteous. Tell them that the more pious the temple and its congregation, the more coin will be collected. We'll just have to see what wins, faith or greed. Someone must take care of Mendev. The old mayor won't survive another wild ride like that. Maybe we should hold elections for the members of the Royal Council. Finally, let those who are worthy to run the country, no matter what their social class or wealth. Equal rights for tieflings! It's time to stop the oppression of our noble people by the Mendevian tales and no reason for persecution. If I remember right, this is the one that's... I get 30 Mendevian Cavaliers, 60 War Priests. What does this one do? Train units reduce cost. Okay. What does this one do? Equipment growth for mythic units increases by 15%. Energy points income increases by 5. Okay. Land. Community mercenary reduced by 10%. There, I think just gives me money. Cost of building construction reduced by 50%. I don't have anything to build. And if we go with him, all generals learn the judgment space. All enemy units restores D6 power hit points to all units in the army. This is a divine spell. Costs 60 energy to use it. That's an interesting one. I know I took Her Majesty the last time. Right? Because this gave me 30 Cavaliers and 60 War Priests. But I'm not taking War Priests this time around. So it just would be 30 Mendevian Cavaliers. Whereas this would give me this spell, which does D6 times their power, magic damage to all enemy units. So even if you roll a 6 times like 60 is still only 360 damage to all enemy units. And restore the same to units in the army. Alright, I don't like any of these. Know that? What's that do? Do I just take the one that I know is going to give me stuff right away? We'll go with the Queen again. I'm nice to see me. I failed to discern whether you're an outstanding politician, you know nothing of diplomacy, you are unaware of the power, structure, and moral sin and beyond. But you are driven by your uncanny intuition, and with it you have saved Mendev and strengthened our ties with foreign allies. You have my respect. Yes. Once I saw a general, now I see a capable politician as well. I'm grateful to you for fulfilling your duty and helping your nation. Yeah, okay. It haven't become run now, but I think I'm beginning to understand politicians and their actions better, and I'm convinced that the key is never to forsake your conscience, and I don't think we have. Council meetings weren't the worst moments of my life. They were almost entertaining. It seems you have the ability to make everything more interesting, be it waging war or hosting ambassadors. And I, like a true son of Mendev, even took part in deciding its fate. We shall see if posterity will curse us for it or sing our praises. Probably curse us. Can't imagine ever becoming a proper Dimwit. All this political skullduggery makes my hand reach for my bow. I was this close to going down in history as Land the shooting ambassador, but I'm impressed with how slick you were at dealing with the intrigues and weaving a web of your own. I really would have liked to see Land the shooting ambassador, especially those guys that wanted to come and move into the kingdom. It's like, okay, this is our answer: arrows to the head. It's like politics isn't such a big deal after all. It's just like the gangs on the streets, apart from the cussing. Maybe I should be a diplomat after the war. It's been an honor and a pleasure to advise you, Commander Harvey. I don't think you will need my counsel from here on out. Mendev stands strong, our allies are loyal and reliable, and the council has served its purpose, and you're no longer needed any longer. It goes away. Now we have logistics. This is the one that takes forever. Still critical. I'm doing all I can to find extra resin. Several caverns are already underway, but this is reality here and now, and we can't feed our whole army until our shipments get here. We'll have to cut rations. Who exactly will have to tighten their belts is for you to decide. I would proceed with caution and reduce everyone's provisions equally so as not to provoke any conflicts. There's still going to be discontent, so we'll need some fierce agitation in the ranks. We'll tell the soldiers that the situation is about to improve, yet this is most likely a lie, but it's for their own good. What's there to think about? The strong and the capable get full rations, the rest get half. When the hungry riots begin, we'll have the good fighters on our side and the bad ones on the other. Makes sense, no? Be strong to watch over the weak, and not just on the battlefield. Above all others, we must feed those who might not make it through the time of hunger. We strong will endure even on short rations. Then we'll do it, but we won't lie about it. Tell the troops that things are bad and that may become worse in the future. Then we'll see who's here for the food and who came to fight for the crusade. We were well, but never was stable, but when Her Majesty departed for eyes, things began to gradually slide toward chaos, and now they're all the way there. We can't provide for ourselves. We can't grow anything on this land, and we can't breed any cattle. All our food comes from a single source, Mendivian's military warehouses. Every passing day, we're seeing less food and more warning signs. Okay. We'll get through this somehow. Trusty Commander, what if the shipments don't make it? We'll all eat equally well, then as equals we'll all starve to death, but it will be as you command. Trust me. No, we always know one way or another. If you've done things right, on some of the council again and have your orders says if not, well, we'll have been okay. Alright. 21 minutes just to do all that nonsense. So I'm thinking I'm going to run out here and I'm going to go sell a bunch of stuff. Because I have a bunch of stuff that I'm just not going to use. Hello? Get me on the streets already. Come on, what's with the black screen stuff? I really wish it wouldn't do that. Go to Wilson. What can I do for you? Show me what you have, because I have very much to sell you. First, you get all this junk. It's 22,000 gold and just pure junk. Then we've got type. We want this to be in price. Once per day as a 20th level wizard. Cute, but I don't think I'll have anybody use it. Death Pact, +5 Unholy Glaive. On a successful charge. No thank you. Greater Frost Dragon, that's going to him. Sunflower's Kiss we're not getting rid of. Scorpion Sting. No thank you. Cool Living Blade Sickle. Living Blade? No. +4 Sickle. What sickle do you have? And I become blinded. Yes, I like that sickle better. I just drop these. Don't need the size. Don't need the +4 scimitars. Don't need the +4 daggers. Don't need the +4 longbows. Don't need +4 battle axes. And all the masterwork things already went, right? Armor? Don't have anybody that can wear it, so get rid of that. I want to keep one of the singing breastplates just because I'm a bard. But we'll get rid of that and that. What's this one? Robe of WotR, Robe of Air, which would be nice if I had people that mattered. We're just going to sell this stuff off. Magic items. +1s go away. +1s go away. +1s go away. +2s go away. Don't need Rings of Luck. +2s go away. +2s go away. +3s. I don't need any +3s. I got way too many +4s. It's another +5. I'll save one of those. I think I might need it. 4, not good. Got 2 extra 5s. I'm not sure about that one. I'll have to wait. And this, no. And the mask, no. Okay, well, 1,296,000. What do you think? Good enough for now? I'll sell off the other stuff later. All right. Well, that's enough of that. Let's run up here. I bring word from Kenny your soul. He's been held by all these millennia, but I helped him break free. He asked me to tell you that he warm, spicy Unity's share at the tower is the best wine you drink in his life. Kenny, my friend, after all this time I never expected the name to hear word from you. I didn't think this would still matter to me after so many years, and yet I am glad, touched, saddened. I cannot make sense of what I'm feeling. I remember the wine. We oftentimes sat there on the tower's balcony. I apologize, but I'm not willing to continue this discussion. This is too personal, but I thank you for helping Kenny find peace. I found a page. Yes, you are right. Another piece of evidence from the past I've forgotten. The old ones have drawn. Thank you. I find more pages. I found a page. Am I this? Yeah. You're right. Another evidence from the past I've forgotten. The old page becomes withdrawn. Clicks the page is brought. His voice becomes a bit more generous. Everything is ready for merging the planes. Baphomet runes are drawn on the floor. The arbitrary purple flame in the heart of the tower. That's what I call the crystal now. Is pulsating under the influence of secret spells. If I stop to think about it, the pulsing flames echo a beat in my heart. But I won't think. It took me too long to decide. I think it's just for a moment. I might stop. We choose the abyss as the plane to merge to Galarian. This is the last gift of my former friend who was concerned about the imminent destruction of the plane, whose fate I will tie to the dying Galarian. Truth be told, I am not completely sure I will succeed. This is another reason to choose the abyss. Hardly anyone will grieve if it suddenly shares Galarian's fate. I heard smoke of burning chemicals, stings my nose, eyes are watering. I haven't rested for several days. I take a step back and almost trip over an empty wine bottle. Came to the end of my supplies days ago, but regardless, my mind is clear and my thoughts are sharp. I stare into the heart of the tower and whisper a magic command. Time to begin. How long has it been? A year, 2, maybe 10. I didn't keep track, and what does it matter now? I spent that time working. I checked and double-checked every line of the spells. Every symbol. I'm almost sure the merging will be a success. He is no longer of interest to me. Stories are sharp and unpleasant. He is a traitor. He betrayed me in our dream. Storyteller silent for a while. Movies lips without a sound, but I still miss him sometimes. I miss the times when we were captivated by our idea and each other, when I enjoyed respect and Illusionera, when someone needed my advice and service. Who would have thought that 17 years spent in the abyss would be my most cherished memories? Please continue. Symbol to symbol, word to word, gesture to gesture, the merging begins. I feel the wind of the abyss on my face and smile. I can do it. I will do something no one else has done before. I am the last great Archmage of Kyonin. But now, pause and read that. Hold that up there for a little bit longer. Pause and read that. But now it is time to relax. I must keep my mind away from the idle thoughts. Thoughts are also important to my experiment. My lips read one spell, my hands weave another, and I say a third in my mind. I feel pain as if I am being torn in half. My essence, my entire being, my identity is about to be changed. Filled with the energies of the abyss, I will stop being a Galarian. I will become a new creature, a half-elf, half-demon, a stranger to both planes. The fabric of the world grows thin before my eyes. I see legions of demons gnawing at each other, ripping each other's throats. I see the minotaurs of the ivory labyrinth sitting around the fire, honing their giant axes. I inhale the forgotten smell of Illusionera's sewage. I hear the impertinent buzzing of locusts from the rasping rifts. I raise my hand to complete the merge and connect Galarian and the abyss forever. It's a fun cue. Demons, minotaurs, and even locusts turn to me. They freeze before the path opener. I hear Daskari's whisper, sense Baphomet's loathsome grin, feel Nocticulus' curiosity and attention. The demons are ready to invade Galarian, to torment and kill everything that didn't perish in Earthfall. Pause and read that. They will degrade the remains of my world until nothing is left. Is that what I really want? My hand freezes. Stop the emergency. Doesn't seem to hear you. I understand. All this time I was deceiving Kinney and myself. I never wanted to save Galarian. The perishing empires of my world are just empty words for me. I was not interested in the lives that would be lost. Life takes its course. People are born and die. Kingdoms rise and fall to ashes. Even gods have their final day. Those are the laws of the world, and it's not for me to oppose them. However, not a single life passes without a trace. Not a single person disappears completely. While the memory of them lives, while their culture, language, and art remain, civilization lives as well. I will never want to save the people of Galarian. I only wanted a handful of survivors to keep the memory of Galarian alive. The demons invade Galarian. They will destroy the very memory of it. They will burn whatever is not burned and desecrate what can't burn. Their invasion spells death for Galarian, and I almost destroyed something that must never perish. The purple flame of the Heart of Taro burns my eyes. The storyteller looks nervously. I carefully lower my hand, allowing the spells to disperse. The elf seems to have aged by a few hundred more years, his face thinner. I almost destroyed Galarian. In my pride, I could have put an end to my world, just to become the path opener, to prove my title of the last Archmage of Kyonin, even if only to myself. I don't know what to say in my defense. Okay. Thank you for helping me remember them. I found another page. Another page of remembrance for the past I have forgotten. The oath becomes withdrawn. Thank you if you find more pages. And this is the last page I found. Alright, another piece of evidence from the past I have forgotten. The oath becomes withdrawn. And if you find more. So I'm missing one. Because supposedly, by now, you're supposed to have all the pages. I don't know which one I missed. But I missed one. Okay. I don't think I have any interesting artifacts, do I? Please examine the items I carry. Knife, radiance, yeah, he doesn't have anything that I do. Alright, I have to go. And we're gonna go back into the tower. We've sold off all our stuff. We'll just go back into the Citadel. I might have some more stuff to sell, but I really don't think so. I think pretty much now I'm going to be doing, this is just going to be stuff that I need to do. I want to make sure that I have her in the frame when things happen. Okay. So yeah, I think we're going to put the cut in here. I'm going to do some crusade management, and then maybe I'll have a short session where I get the guy that comes back. Because we've got to do more logistics, I think. We still have to finish the logistics one. So I might do a session where I do those two things just so you can see that go through, but otherwise, probably not. If you like to see it, the thumbs up button. If you really like to see, go subscribe, hit the notify bell, and notify upload videos or schedule streams. Probably won't do much before we go to the threshold. Mostly it's crusade management at this point, and I vowed that I wouldn't put you guys through that a second time. I'm Dren608. Until we meet again, stay safe, and bye-bye.